in this question, we're looking at two different options, right? One option is the students can pay $6 each, good, so that's the part you highlighted, and for lunch, or they can go as a group and pay $3 per student plus $10 for the group lunch. So we have to figure out which option is cheaper, right? So we're going to come up with an expression for each option. So option 1, and then we'll have option 2. Okay? So we need to come up with an algebraic expression that explains what option 1 would represent. So how do we do that? For the first option, and you chose t, okay, what would t represent in this case then? What would it stand for?
The total cost.
Good, the total cost. So I'm going to put t, let t represent, I'm not going to write it all, but t equals the total cost. Okay, so that's what t stands for. Remember I told you you always have to define your variables. So t is equal to, well, if it's $6 for each student, it will be $6 times s. So we would write that as 6s. Okay, and in this case, what does s represent?
The student.
Right, the number of students, right? The number of students. Okay, so to calculate how much it costs, so for one student, we know it's $6. For two students, it would be $12, and so on. So we have to multiply the number of students by $6. For option 2, can we use the same defining variables, t and s?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be the equation? Now I'm calling it an equation because we have an equal sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would be the equation? So to get the total cost for option 2, what would we do in this case? So it would be, because we know it's $3 per student, so it would be 3 times s, so 3s, because for every student they have to pay $3, but then they also have to pay, so it's plus $10 for the group lunch. So this is kind of like a flat rate. So they have to pay $10 just for saying that they want the group lunch, and then for every student added on, they have to pay $3. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the question said, which lunch is cheaper for 5 students? So what can we do with this information to solve it?
We can replace the s with the 5.
Good. So we have s in each equation. So where we see the s, we're going to replace it with the number 5. So the total cost for option 1 would be 6 times 5, right? Because we know that 6s means 6 multiplied by s. And what would it be for option 2?
T equals 3 brackets 5
Good.
and plus 10.
Good. Okay, so now that we've replaced our unknown variable, we can find what t is equal to. We can find the total cost. So what's 6 times 5?
30.
Good. And how would I solve this one?
You would have to put first, you'd have to do the 3 times 5, which is 15.
Good. We have to follow BEDMAS, right? Multiplication first. 15.
Plus 10.
Good. So the
And then
total cost would be?
$25.
Good. Excellent. Okay, and we should have said that this is in dollars. Good. So for option 1, if they decide to go with the, I guess, the individual rate, it would be $30, the total. And for option 2, the total would be $25. So if they had only 5 students, which option should they go with?
Option 2.
Right, it's cheaper. Good.